This is going to be one of the very only hockey tutorial videos on YouTube. I'm going to show you exactly how to make your own hockey stick at home. It costs about $15 per stick, and these are actual hockey sticks you can use for ice hockey and roller hockey. Alright guys, so this is part one. And for the shaft, I'm using Poplar. I find that the Poplar is very strong and it has actually a good flex. Not too flexy, but more than your standard wood stick would have. And I'll get into that a little bit later. So I'm going to get to it. I'm going to measure out the shaft. Do that now. So the shaft, I'm going to go a little bit long, make it 59 inches. Just going to pick this sticker off real quick. Now, I'll worry about that later. I usually go long. You can always cut the end of the stick down later. It's not a big issue. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cut down. Saw. Table saw, and as you can kind of see, it's got this nice fence on it, and that makes the job extremely easy. So the quickest way, if you have a hockey stick that you already own, you can use that to adjust the width. So I'm going to use this Bauer. Somebody broke it and left it at the ice rink, so I just took it, patched it, fiberglassed over the patch, and makes a great practice stick. Cracked right here in two pieces. I cut a clean edge, stuck a piece of wood in there, and then fixed it. It's pretty strong. I don't play games with it, but I use it for practice. So it's got the curved blade that I like. Gonna zoom in here a little bit. So I'm just gonna take the stick, rest it against the blade, move the fence all the way up against it tight, lock it down, and then remove the stick. As you can see, they're pretty identical, exact same width. Once you round, it's like an 1.25 inches right now, 1 1/8 inches. So once you sand these corners down and round them out, it'll get a little thinner. It'll match the profile of the hockey stick. Go ahead and get started on the blade. So now the blade, I actually use Poplar as well. It's a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch by, I'm using 5.5 inch Poplar hobby board. This was like $4 for the piece, so not too expensive. Apologize, I didn't want dashboard on my radio right now. So what we're going to do is actually groove this in the middle. Like right here, we're just going to use the saw to cut a nice groove so that we can slide this in. just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to measure and draw a line. Sometimes I have a tendency to cut too far back, and then you have to fill it in with fiberglass, so it makes the stick a little bit weaker. I've never had an issue, but I want to do this right since I'm making a video. So on one side, we're going to go up 4 inches. The front side, we're going to go up 3 inches. Now there's a reason for that. I'm mismatching each side for a reason, so that the grooves are uneven, so the blades sit at an angle. That's how you want it to sit. So that's why I'm doing 2 separate, a 3-inch on the top and a 4-inch on the bottom. Now in Easton, they have a special saw blade that's exactly 1/4 inches, and the arm is set at the exact angle it needs to be, and it's just automated, just pushes the stick right into it. I don't have that, so we're gonna do this the DIY way. All right, so I'm gonna move my fence over. And I've got it's pretty much almost to the edge of this yellow like caution area. And we're gonna do the top first. So we're gonna go with that, and we're just gonna do it, go this way a little bit, and then come back the other way a little bit. There we go. You can see now it slides very easily in there, and once I glue it and clamp this shut, it'll be it. I'm going to cut this down though. This is way too big. I'm going to go 12, let's go 13 inches. Make a quick mark, speed square. Always X the part you're not going to use, so you know which side of the line to make a cut on. So like I said, the saw of a blade's an 1/8, so if you cut right on the line, this is going to be a little bit short. Go. And this is kind of big, and that's okay, because once we trace the outline of the hockey stick and use a jigsaw to cut it out, you don't have to worry about ripping this down. I always leave extra room for the blade, just in case if you make a mistake or something, you have room to play with. You don't have to go to Home Depot and buy more wood. Okay, so now the easiest way to figure out the angle, you can actually get an angle finder and do that. The easiest way is just to line it up with the shaft. And there you go. So that looks pretty good. text us so I know. All right. I'm just spreading the glue right now. All right. I'm just lining it up with my line here. Go ahead and clamp it tight. I'm going to kind of use this as a reference. Looks pretty good to me. There we go. I apologize if the video is not the greatest, but hopefully you will be able to get the gist of what's going on. So I'm gonna let this dry for a whole day. I know it kind of sucks, but that's what the glue manufacturer recommends before you put any pressure or vibrations to the joint. And I will say that I've waited a couple hours and then started on the process, and some of it separated, and once you start sanding it down, it kind of flakes off, makes it weak. You have to use more fiberglass, which is more expensive, so I'm gonna let that sit for 24 hours. All right, so thank you for watching part 1.